It was my grandmother's. She lived in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Probably about 20 years ago when she died, we all did a round robin, and I was the first to choose, and this was my first item.
This exquisite desk lamp, once cherished by a grandmother from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, stands as a remarkable artifact of early 20th century American artistry. Created around 1906 by Tiffany Studios of New York, it represents the height of Louis Comfort Tiffany's exploration into the magic of Favre glass, a hand-blown glass known for its shimmering iridescence and delicate color transitions. Tiffany Studios was founded in New York in the late 19th century by Louis Comfort Tiffany, one of America's most celebrated designers of the Art Nouveau era. Originally a painter and interior designer, Tiffany became fascinated by the transformative power of light and color through glass. He established Tiffany Studios around 1892, where master craftsmen produced some of the world's most exquisite stained glass lamps, windows, and decorative objects. What set Tiffany apart was his invention of Favre glass, a type of hand-blown glass infused with metallic oxides, giving each piece its unique iridescent glow. The studio's creations, from the luminous dragonfly lamps to the ethereal Favre shades, became symbols of elegance, craftsmanship, and the fusion of art with nature. Even today, more than a century later, Tiffany Studios remains a timeless emblem of beauty and innovation in American decorative art.
What we have here is a Tiffany Favre glass shade, which is a blown glass shade, and it is on a bronze harp desk base. And it's got something very special about it, that being the color of the shade, which is a blue.
The lamp features a Tiffany Favre glass shade, elegantly perched on a bronze harp base. What makes this piece particularly extraordinary is its rare blue hue, a color far less common than the golden or green tones typically found in Tiffany's designs. Collectors covet the blue shades for their mesmerizing depth and subtle light diffusion, making them among the most desirable and valuable examples in the Tiffany repertoire. Beyond its beauty, the lamp reveals the technical sophistication of its time. The shade's iridescent surface captures light in ever-changing gradients, casting a tranquil yet luxurious glow, perfect for intimate reading or study spaces. Despite minor issues, such as the loss of a few feet on the base, a replaced switch, and wear along the fitter rim, the lamp remains a masterpiece of design integrity and craftsmanship.
Something like this in the market today, in the condition it's in, for retail would sell between $15,000 and $20,000.
Cool.
If it didn't have the chewing around the edge, it could be as much as $25,000, maybe even $30,000. But also, if you get these other parts fixed, it will definitely be retail of at least $20,000.
Oh, okay.
Now, if this were a green shade, maximum maybe $8,000 to $12,000.
Really?
And the value of this lamp is, the majority of it is in this shade.
Right.
Once you take this shade off this base is worth about $1,500.
Really?
It's a light fixture that hangs in our sunroom at our house.
Did this come with your house?
Yeah, it was in the house when we bought it 10 years ago.
What you have here is a fixture that was made by Tiffany Studios.
Hanging gracefully in a sunroom sits a rare lighting fixture crafted by Tiffany Studios, dated to the early 1900s. The piece features small tiles of Tiffany glass set in little metal frames, each joined by sturdy links, forming a flowing curtain of glass and metal, which the expert appraiser calls the chainmail motif. At the top, the original cap and chain remain intact, elements highly prized by collectors for preserving the fixture's authenticity and integrity. The design reflects an unusual style for Tiffany, rather than the familiar mosaic lamp shade. This is a hanging fixture where glass sheets are assembled like armor links in shimmering motion. The appraiser notes that the patterning and draped glass reveal Tiffany's fascination with Moorish motifs in that era.
If this were in a retail gallery today, it would sell probably for between $20,000 and $25,000.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's wonderful.
I ended up finding it in my father's garage. He had an office out there, and it was in a storage room after he passed away, and I was going through things.
And how long ago was that, would you say?
I found it around 1985.
The lampshade discovered in a father's garage turned out to be an authentic creation of Tiffany Studios, the celebrated American decorative arts workshop founded by Louis Comfort Tiffany in the late 19th century. Tiffany Studios operated independently from Tiffany & Co., the jewelry firm owned by his father, Charles Louis Tiffany. Based in Corona, Queens, New York, the studio was renowned for its masterful use of stained glass and innovative design until its closure in 1933. This particular piece bears the Tiffany Studios New York signature, a hallmark of authenticity. However, what truly confirms its genuineness is the quality of the glass, the craftsmanship of the copper foiling, and the characteristic rattle caused by the aged beeswax bonding, an unmistakable sign of original Tiffany construction. The shade likely once belonged to a fuel lamp, supported by a metal base with curved arms, a common design before the electric era. Dating from before 1906, the shade exemplifies Tiffany's mastery of Art Nouveau aesthetics, blending natural motifs with intricate glasswork and warm, opalescent colors. It was not only a source of light but also a symbol of refinement and artistic taste, designed to transform everyday illumination into art.
This could sell for between $25,000 and $30,000.
You're kidding.
Not at all. I'm not kidding. Now, if you spent between $5,000 and $10,000 on the base, as a whole lamp, it could be worth between $50,000 and $75,000.
Oh my God.
Right.
It's just amazing. I just can't believe it. It's a much bigger surprise than I ever expected.
This exquisite hanging shade, once tucked away in an attic for decades, tells a story that bridges craftsmanship, history, and family memory. Originally brought home by a carpenter in Toledo, it was rediscovered years later, revealing a hidden mark, Tiffany Studios New York, etched subtly along its rim. What appeared to be an ordinary shade turned out to be an authentic creation from the renowned Tiffany Studios, dating from around 1906.
And you see the lovely little leaves on the vines?
Yes.
Now, they do look like acorns. I agree with you. And if you talk to probably anybody who handles Tiffany, they're going to call this the acorn.
But it's a vine.
But I know it's the vine border. And if
Okay.
you look in the original catalogs, you will never find the word acorn associated with this particular pattern. I would date this circa 1906.
The shade's pattern, often mistaken for an acorn design, is in fact known in Tiffany's original catalogs as the vine border. Its motif of intertwining vines and small leaves reflects Louis Comfort Tiffany's fascination with nature's organic beauty and his mastery of leaded glass artistry. The design's soft, earthy tones make it adaptable, equally at home in an arts and crafts interior as in a modern minimalist space. Functionally, the lamp offers warm, diffused illumination, designed not merely for light but for ambience. Its glass panels glow with subtle gradients, revealing Tiffany's signature blend of art and utility. Though once considered a more accessible model in Tiffany's range, its enduring charm and historical authenticity have elevated its value over time. In today's market, a shade like this, without its original hanging fixture, can command around $10,000. With the authentic hardware restored, however, its worth could rise to $15,000, $20,000, emphasizing how even the smallest original details hold great significance in the world of antique lighting. Beyond monetary value, this piece embodies the artistry and timeless vision of Tiffany Studios, transforming glass, metal, and light into enduring beauty.
It's Tiffany Studio, I know that much, but
And how do you know that?
it's on the bottom.
On the bottom, right.
It's not like most Tiffany lamps where there's a lot of stained glass work. I don't know quite why it's so different.
And where did you get it?
I got it from my dad, who got it from his dad.
This elegant lamp is an authentic creation from Tiffany Studios. Unlike the more famous Tiffany lamps adorned with colorful stained glass mosaics, This piece showcases a subtler form of artistry, a favorable fabric or linen fold shade. A design introduced between 1910 and 1915, the shade's softly pleated surface was inspired by the folds of linen drapery, an example of Tiffany's fascination with the textures and movement of natural materials. The lamp's bronze base features a delicate brown-to-green patina, giving it a warm, organic tone that complements the glow of the shade. Its design reflects Tiffany's signature balance between craftsmanship and elegance, merging metalwork, glass artistry, and function into a single harmonious object. Intended as both a source of light and a decorative statement, the linen fold lamp was often placed on writing desks or side tables, casting a soft, amber illumination ideal for intimate interiors. Today, this piece not only embodies the aesthetic ideals of the Art Nouveau movement, but also represents the enduring legacy of Tiffany Studios, where even the simplest designs were infused with extraordinary artistry and refinement.
And I would place a value on this for insurance from $4,000 to $6,000.
Really?
It's a lovely lamp, and I'm so happy that you brought it to the roadshow.
My grandmother bought it at auction about 1929. It's been in the family ever since, so 80 years in the family. Many years ago, I thought I saw a handle on something that had been on the base.
But you weren't sure about that?
No.
Now, there's another little part of this story that we don't know in looking at it from this angle.
Well, yes, the Loma Prieta earthquake 20 years ago damaged this. It fell on the floor, and I'm amazed there isn't more damage to it. It's got an irregular shape to begin with, an ovoid shape, and it's been made a little bit more ovoid by the fall, and it's missing a few pieces of glass.
Okay, so it didn't really bounce well.
No.
Okay.
This elegant lamp, purchased at auction in about 1929 and graciously held in the same family for over 80 years, presents a fascinating tale of design, resilience, and artisan craft. On closer examination, it emerges not as an anonymous piece, but as a creation of Duffner and Kimberly. Founded in December 1905 in New York City, Duffner and Kimberly emerged as a bold rival to the celebrated Tiffany Studios in the realm of art glass lamps and decorative lighting. The partnership brought together two notable figures: Francis Joseph Duffner, a seasoned lighting industry professional and savvy marketer, and Oliver Spears Kimberly, an accomplished artist-designer previously associated with Tiffany. Their objective was to produce high-quality bronze and leaded glass lamps, often in bold, period-style designs, aimed at upscale residences. Lamps by the firm are distinguished by their complex craftsmanship. Many early models incorporated thousands of individual glass pieces, heavy cast bronze bases, and elaborate motifs that rivaled Tiffany's output. The company was active for only a relatively brief period. Its heyday spanned approximately 1906 to 1913, yet in that time it created a legacy of exceptional decorative lighting. Financial misfortune, including the economic downturn following the Panic of 1907 and a factory fire in 1910, eventually forced the company into bankruptcy in 1911. Despite its short life, Duffner and Kimberly lamps, often marked with the firm's tag on the base, are highly prized by collectors today, both for their aesthetic richness and their rarity. Their designs stand as a testament to the artistic craftsmanship and decorative spirit of early 20th century America.
Let me turn this around a little bit to just show people what's going on here. We have some splitting and then some minor glass loss here.
Yeah.
And do you have the pieces at home?
I'm not sure that we do.
I think that the fall also caused a couple of cracks in the glass, right?
Yes, there are a few very minor ones, yeah.
Okay.
The lamp features a leaded glass shade paired with a gilt bronze base, both hallmarks of the firm's work during the period. The shade, though showing signs of age such as glass loss and cracks exacerbated by the Loma Prieta earthquake some 20 years ago, retains an elegant form and design. The damage includes slight splitting and missing glass segments, yet the fundamental quality remains. From a functional standpoint, this lamp stands as a lighting fixture, but its artistry situates it within the realm of decorative art. Its high-quality materials and execution were comparable to, though less innovative than, those of Tiffany Studios. In terms of value, if restored to good condition, the estimate for auction stands at approximately US $12,000 to US $16,000. However, given its current condition, the realistic range might be US $3,000 to US $5,000.
I brought a stained glass lamp that my mom bought in the 60s at an antique shop in Minnesota.
Do you know what she paid?
She paid $75.
And what did she think she was buying?
She always hoped it was an unsigned Tiffany, but I had my doubts about that.
When you brought the lamp in, I started looking at certain components of it that definitely did not remind me of Tiffany. What I thought was that the lamp had been made by a company called Duffner and Kimberly.
In the early 20th century, the American decorative arts scene was illuminated by the delicate glow of stained glass lamps. Among the names that emerged during this golden age of craftsmanship was Duffner and Kimberly, a company often overshadowed by the fame of Tiffany Studios. Yet, their artistry reflected a distinct vision of beauty and technical skill. This particular stained glass lamp, purchased in the 1960s for only $75, was long believed to be an unsigned Tiffany. However, upon closer inspection, its features reveal the unmistakable hand of Duffner and Kimberly, a firm founded in New York in 1905 by Frank Duffner and Oliver Kimberly. Characteristic elements, such as the stamped metal cap with a fleur-de-lis design, and the flat iron plate base secured by a central pipe, are hallmarks of the company's design approach. The acorn and oak leaf motif on the glass shade and base showcases the brand's fascination with nature and symmetry, rendered through meticulous glasswork and a statuary bronze finish. While Duffner and Kimberly could never rival Tiffany in financial success, they compensated with creativity and accessible elegance. Their lamps, distributed widely through the Chicago electric shop, became symbols of refined taste for the American middle class.
If this were in a retail shop, it would sell for around $6,000.
Okay, great, super.
It was given to my father-in-law by one of his patients, and my father-in-law didn't want it.
Right.
So he gave it to me.
Well, when I looked underneath, I saw the construction. I said, gee, the way this is constructed and the type of design makes me think that this was probably made by the company called Duffner and Kimberly.
This exquisite stained glass desk lamp carries both artistry and history within its luminous form. Originally crafted around 1909, the piece is attributed to the renowned Duffner and Kimberly company. Unlike the more common table or floor models, this lamp was designed specifically as a desk lamp, making it an unusually rare example within the company's catalog. The lamp's bronze base, with its elegant shell motifs, reflects the influence of classical design, a hallmark of Duffner and Kimberly's aesthetic identity. The same motif gracefully continues through the ribs of the shade, emphasizing symmetry and artistic coherence. The lamp's golden finish, a preferred hue of the makers, imbues the piece with a warm, refined glow distinct from Tiffany's deeper patinas. Despite minor cracks and later electrical modifications, the craftsmanship remains extraordinary. Speaking to an era, and every lamp was a carefully constructed work of art.
This lamp today in a retail venue could be sold between $3,000 and $4,000. Now, if this lamp were perfect, it could be worth between $6,000 and $7,000.
Okay.
Well, this lamp has been in my husband's family, and it belonged to his grandparents. In this photo, you can see the lamp in the background. That was his grandparents' house in Erie, Pennsylvania.
And when do you think the date of that photo was?
It'd have to be early 1900s, I guess.
This magnificent stained glass lamp has been passed down through generations in one family, first appearing in a photograph from the early 1900s, proudly display in the grandparents' home in Erie, Pennsylvania. With its leaded glass shade in warm tones of amber, green, and gold, it radiates a soft, timeless glow that captures the spirit of early American elegance. The lamp's gilt bronze base, adorned with a delicate spider web motif, reflects a refined balance between geometry and organic beauty. Both the craftsmanship and the color harmony reveal the work of Duff Moran Kimberly, a New York firm known for its exceptional artistry in glass and bronze design during the early 20th century. Although more than a century has passed, the lamp remains in excellent condition, showing only minor signs of age. It stands not only as a functional piece of lighting but also as a symbol of artistic ambition from an era that sought beauty in everyday life. Its enduring glow continues to charm modern viewers, proving that true craftsmanship never loses its light.
The market for Duffner & Kimberly lamps in the last couple of years has kind of risen. I would put an auction estimate on this of $15,000 to $20,000.
Wow.
So it's a very pretty lamp, and it could actually benefit from a little cleaning, and that would brighten up the look quite a bit.
My goodness, I'm stunned.
Yeah.
And I brought it here in a shopping cart.
In a shopping cart, yeah.
Maybe I ought to reconsider how I'm taking it home.
Maybe a little extra padding.
That's right.
Okay.
This lamp is one that my husband and I purchased from a fellow that we had been buying a lot of stained glass from in Columbus, Mississippi. He used to go up into the Midwest and the Northeast and scour around for special things. And he liked us. We were a very young couple, young parents, and he called us when he got this and said, "Come on, see this, I have something that you will really enjoy seeing."
Okay.
And I fell in love with it.
And when did you buy it?
Late 70s, mid to late.
And do you remember what you paid for it at that time?
$4,000, which was a pile of money for us as...
My goodness, yes.
The lamp, once thought to be an authentic creation of Tiffany Studios, tells a fascinating story of trust, craftsmanship, and mistaken identity. Purchased in the late 1970s from a stained glass collector in Mississippi, it was believed to bear the prestigious Tiffany signature, a name synonymous with artistry and innovation in decorative lighting. For the young couple who acquired it, spending $4,000 at the time was a leap of faith and passion for beauty. However, upon closer inspection, the piece revealed inconsistencies. The base had been repainted, its structure slightly altered, and no genuine Tiffany Studios mark could be verified. The glass shade, while attractive and skillfully made, lacked the exceptional luminosity and refined detail characteristic of Tiffany's true favorite glass. Experts now believe that the lamp was likely assembled from different parts, a marriage of fine but mismatched components from various makers of the early 20th century. Though not a true Tiffany, the lamp remains a beautiful object with emotional value. It represents an era when American homes were captivated by the charm of colored glass and artistic lighting. Its story reminds collectors that authenticity lies not only in the signature, but in the quality of craftsmanship and spirit behind the work.
Now, I think if you put this in an auction right now, in the condition it is, you're probably $300 to $500 or maybe even $400 to $600. So it's a wonderful, interesting tale of mistaken identity, let's say that.
Okay, yeah.
And the person that sold it to you may very well have not known.
Well, we knew when we did it that there was a risk, and like you say, we've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel near as bad now about putting it out and using it.
Yeah.
I inherited this lamp from my grandfather. He ended up with it in the 1930s.
Yeah.
And I got it 2 years ago. All I know is that it's a Bradley Hubbard lamp and that it's got a lot of stuff on it.
This elegant lamp, crafted by Bradley and Hubbard, is a fine example of the craftsmanship of one of America's most respected lighting manufacturers. Founded in 1852 in Meriden, Connecticut, Bradley and Hubbard quickly earned a reputation for their artistic metalwork, refined neoclassical design, and durable materials. The company thrived for nearly a century before being sold in 1940, leaving behind a legacy that rivaled even the artistry of Louis Comfort Tiffany and his contemporaries. This particular lamp features the company's distinctive triangle and lantern mark, confirming its authenticity. Its patinated white metal base is richly adorned with urn motifs, floral scrolls, and ribbon details, reflecting the neoclassical elegance that defined early 20th century decorative arts. The shade, composed of curved stained glass panels, represents a higher level of craftsmanship compared to the simpler flat designs often found in lesser models.
Do you have any idea what it might be worth now?
I've seen them online for a couple hundred up to a couple of thousand.
I think in good shape, this would have a retail price around $4,000 to $5,000.
Oh, wow.
So you have a very nice example of a Bradley Hubbard lamp.
It was part of my father-in-law's house that he purchased in 1930. The house was built in 1905, and this supposedly was part of the original furnishings of that house when it was built in 1905. It was a Victorian house.
This finely crafted lampshade, originally part of the furnishings of a house built in 1905, is a noteworthy piece of New England arts and crafts lighting. The house was purchased in 1930 and the shade, likely installed at that time, has remained with the family ever since. Although one might have assumed an Italian origin, experts now believe the design is not Italian but rather American, possibly linked to the Boston-based firm Bigelow & Kenner & Co., known for leaded glass shades around the early 20th century. What sets this piece apart is the unusual motif, beneath a border that some see as rabbits and snow trees, a layering technique called plating, where a second layer of stained glass is added, enhances the three-dimensional effect of the rabbit's forms. This technique is rare and typically seen only in highest quality work. The glass surface also reveals a textured, pebbled granite appearance, adding further depth and value. Functionally, the shade served as the decorative top to a hanging or table lamp, designed to filter and soften light, while contributing richly to the room's aesthetic. In short, this is not simply a shade, it is a testament to the American arts and crafts movement, marrying innovative glasswork with decorative ambition, and preserving the spirit of an era when lighting was as much about art as illumination.
So I think that in a retail venue in a very good shop that may sell arts and crafts lighting, this could sell for $10,000. If we could do more research and actually pinpoint who made it, it could be a lot more. But what I can assure you is that regardless of who made it, it is a great example of American arts and crafts lighting.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My grandmother got it from her sister. I believe it was about around 1930. My aunt was moving and my grandmother had 4 little boys and she said, would you come buy a train set from me? And when my grandmother went there, I think the lamp also came home with her. So my grandmother had it. She gave it to her only daughter, my aunt, who's now in her early 80s. And when I went to help my aunt move from California, from Los Angeles, to the Pittsburgh area, she said to me, is there anything you would like? So when I went into the bedroom, I saw this lamp. And I said, I have a blue living room. I said, that would be very nice. And she said, it's yours.
This elegant lamp, crafted by the renowned French glassmaker Dom Nancy, embodies the height of early 20th century Art Deco design. Founded by Jean Dom in 1878 in the city of Nancy, France, the Dom factory quickly became one of Europe's most esteemed producers of decorative glass. After the death of Émile Gall in 1904, Dom emerged as the leading force in the Art Nouveau and later Art Deco movements, celebrated for its innovative glasswork and refined color harmonies. The lampshade features a softly mottled transition from green to blue, evoking the serenity of twilight skies. Each Dom piece was individually crafted. Its etched signature Dom Nancy France confirms its authenticity and origin. The metal supports are hand-wrought, reflecting meticulous craftsmanship typical of the Dom workshop. Designed during the shift from Art Nouveau's floral naturalism to Art Deco's geometric elegance, this lamp represents a moment of artistic evolution in European design history. Its gentle illumination and refined palette make it perfect as a decorative accent or night lamp, blending functionality with sculptural beauty.
I would say retail, we're talking about $5,000 or $6,000 very easily. You have a nice piece of art glass from the early 20th century, and you have a nice family story as well.
All right, thank
Okay?
you very much.
Very good. It's a
Yes.
pleasure to see it. I'm glad you came in.
All right, thank you.